Welcome back to the evidence room, where some cases refuse to stay closed. Today's story, Bardstown, Kentucky. Population 13,000, nicknamed the most beautiful small town in America. But between 2013 and 2016, this picturesque bourbon country community became home to something far darker. 4 murders, 5 victims, and a conspiracy so tangled that it took 10 years to unravel.
July 3, 2015. Crystal Rogers, a 35-year-old mother of 5, vanishes from her home on the 4th of July weekend. Her car is found 2 days later on the Bluegrass Parkway. Keys in the ignition, phone and purse inside, flat tire. No Crystal. Her boyfriend, Houck, was the last person to see her alive, and according to him, she just left in the middle of the night.
But here's where it gets twisted. 16 months later, Crystal's father, Tommy Ballard, who'd spent every single day searching for his daughter, is shot and killed while hunting with his 12-year-old grandson, ambushed on his own property, 1 shot to the chest. His case? Still unsolved. And that's just the beginning of Bardstown's nightmare. Let's rewind to the night Crystal disappeared, July 3, 2015. Houck told investigators he, Crystal, and their 2-year-old son went to his family farm that evening. They walked around the fields together. Everything seemed normal. He claimed they got home around midnight, he went to bed, and when he woke up on July 4th, Crystal was gone. He said she was playing games on her phone when he last saw her.
Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard, reported her missing on July 5th. That same day, police found Crystal's car abandoned 14 miles away on the Bluegrass Parkway. The discovery was eerie. Her keys were still in the ignition, her purse and phone were on the seat, and the car had a flat tire. It looked like she'd pulled over for the tire and just vanished into thin air. But Crystal's family didn't buy the story for a second.
From day one, the Ballard family suspected Houck. Crystal's sister said it plainly. Brooks has not offered once to search or help or do anything for the family. When police brought Brooks in for questioning on July 8th, something bizarre happened. Mid-interview, his brother, Houck, who happened to be a Bardstown police officer, called Brooks and told him to stop talking. Brooks immediately ended the interview.
Houck then failed a polygraph test about Crystal's disappearance. In October 2015, the Nelson County Sheriff named Brooks a suspect and presumed Crystal dead. On the same day, Nick was fired from the Bardstown Police Department for interfering with the investigation. The blue wall of silence was crumbling, but the conspiracy was just beginning to reveal itself.
But Crystal's disappearance was only one piece of Bardstown's puzzle. Let me take you back to May 25, 2013, 2 years before Crystal vanished. Officer Jason Ellis, a 33-year-old canine officer with the Bardstown Police, finished his shift around 2 a.m. He took the Bluegrass Parkway home like always, but when he reached exit 34, he found tree branches blocking the ramp. Ellis pulled over to clear the debris, because that's what good cops do. As he moved the branches, someone hiding on the embankment above opened fire with a 12-gauge shotgun, multiple shots. Ellis was wearing a police-issue Kevlar vest, but the shooter knew exactly where to aim, hitting him in the neck, head, and between the seams of his vest. It was an ambush, premeditated, calculated, and to this day, his murder remains unsolved. Then, on April 21, 2014, came the Netherland murders. Kathy Netherland, a 48-year-old special education teacher, and her 16-year-old daughter, Samantha, were found brutally murdered in their home just outside Bardstown. They'd been tortured and killed. Security footage caught a black Chevrolet Impala near the house that night.
a dark figure walking across the porch, entering the home and leaving 15 minutes later. Police never found the car or a suspect.
And then Tommy Ballard. November 19, 2016. Crystal's father had spent over a year searching tirelessly for his missing daughter, organizing searches, putting up billboards, refusing to give up. He took his 12-year-old grandson hunting on family property that morning. One shot rang out. Tommy collapsed, hit in the chest. His grandson was unharmed. Police immediately ruled him out. Tommy's gun was never fired. It was another ambush, another execution-style killing, another unsolved murder in Bardstown.
For years, investigators couldn't connect the dots. Were these random tragedies, or was Bardstown hiding something sinister? In 2020, the FBI took over Crystal's case, bringing in over 150 federal agents. They searched properties connected to Brooks Houck, including a subdivision called Woodlawn Springs, where Brooks's construction company had built several houses shortly after Crystal disappeared.
In August of 2021, the FBI announced they'd recovered an item of interest from the concrete foundation of one of those houses. They wouldn't say what it was, but the implication was chilling. Did Brooks bury evidence in the homes he was building? The FBI made it clear, "We know there are people in Bardstown who have information on this case, and it's time for those people to come forward."
The breakthrough came in September 2023. Joseph Lawson, who worked for Brooks, was indicted for conspiracy to commit murder and tampering with evidence. Then Brooks himself was arrested and charged with murder. His bond? $10 million. In December, Joseph's father, Steve Lawson, who also worked for Brooks, was arrested on the same conspiracy charges. The prosecutor revealed something explosive. They had the gun believed to have killed Tommy Ballard.
That gun had been sold by Nick Houck, Brooks's brother, using a fake name. 4 out of 5 forensic criteria matched. At trial, prosecutors painted a picture of a family conspiracy. Brooks wanted Crystal gone because their relationship was falling apart and he feared losing custody of their son. His mother, Rosemary, allegedly approached an employee 2 weeks before Crystal's disappearance, asking him to find someone to get rid of Crystal. Prosecutors said she looked down on Crystal for having children with other men. The Lawsons helped dispose of Crystal's body and tamper with evidence. Cell phone records contradicted Brooks's alibi. People he claimed to meet with on July 3rd testified they never saw him. In May 2025, Steve Lawson was convicted and sentenced to 17 years. In July 2025, Brooks Houck and Joseph Lawson were found guilty. Brooks got life in prison. Joseph got 25 years. But Nick Houck and Rosemary Houck, they remain unindicted co-conspirators, under investigation, but not charged.
So Brooks Houck is behind bars for life. Justice served, right? Not quite. Crystal's body has never been found. Her family still doesn't have closure. Tommy Ballard's murder remains officially unsolved, even though prosecutors have the murder weapon. Jason Ellis's case? Still open. The Netherland murders? No arrests, no justice.
Prosecutor Shane Young was appointed to handle all 3 cases, Crystal, Tommy, and Jason Ellis, because investigators believe they're connected. The evidence in Crystal's case allegedly ties to the other murders. Nick Houck's phone was turned off for 36 hours during Crystal's disappearance. Rosemary Houck allegedly orchestrated the murder plot, but neither has been charged. The conspiracy extends beyond the 3 men convicted.
For a town of 13,000 people, Bardstown has endured unthinkable tragedy. 5 people dead or missing, multiple families destroyed, a police department tainted by corruption, and a community that's learned the hard way that evil can hide behind the most beautiful facades. The FBI has made it clear they're not done.
More arrests could be coming.
Crystal's mother, Sherry Ballard, said the verdict was just the beginning of justice. Her daughter is still missing, her husband is still unavenged, and she's still fighting for answers. This is a case that shows how a small-town conspiracy can fester for years when the people who are supposed to protect you are the ones helping cover it up.
This is the evidence room, and Bardstown's files, they're not closed yet. If you have theories about the connections between these cases, drop them in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because next week we're diving into another case that refused to die. Until then, remember, in a small town, everybody knows everybody, and sometimes that's the problem.